becomes her shield. Her truth is bleeding. Marie Santiago is a brave rider, fearless truth speaker, setting hearts on fire.
Here's the rewritten version. Clear, authoritative, human, and unapologetically direct. The federal government is about to start garnishing millions of people's wages, up to $900 or more per month, because of defaulted student loans. This is not a drill, and it's not a conspiracy theory. It's already happening again on a massive scale. For many people, this is all they get monthly. Let me be brutally clear. Once the Department of Education and your employer get the garnishment order, they legally do not need your permission. Up to 15% of your disposable income gets taken straight out of your paycheck before you ever see it. No court appearance, no negotiation, just gone. So yes, the panic you're seeing is real for a lot of people. But let's cut through the hysteria and get to what actually works and what definitely doesn't. Hiding cash in a safe from Walmart is not a smart plan. It sounds rebellious, but it's terrible advice. Here's why. You lose FDIC protection if your house burns down, gets robbed, floods, or your spouse cleans it out. That money is gone forever. Banks insure up to $250,000 per account. Your closet safe insures exactly $0. You can't pay bills, rent, mortgage, car note, groceries, or anything else with hidden cash without constantly exposing yourself. If the IRS or a private collector ever gets a levy, and they will if you owe taxes or certain judgments, they can still come after cash found in your home. Most importantly, hiding money to avoid a legal garnishment is considered fraudulent conveyance in many cases. Courts have zero sympathy for that move. You can end up owing even more in penalties. Bottom line, the system is harsh, it's unfair to many borrowers, and it's coming for a huge number of people right now. But disappearing your money into a safe is not rebellion. It's just shooting yourself in the foot while the government keeps marching. Real moves people are actually making, and that sometimes work. Get on an income-driven repayment plan immediately, even if you're in default. They can rehabilitate the loan, apply for borrower defense, closed school discharge, or any other forgiveness program. You might qualify for file for hardship deferment/forbearance. If you're truly underwater, consider bankruptcy in very rare cases. Most student loans are still protected. But exceptions are slowly growing. Negotiate a reasonable lump sum settlement if you have cash available. The government is playing hardball again. You should play smarter, not harder, not dumber. Stay sharp out there. This isn't the hill to die on with a $50 Walmart safe. Listen up. This is no exaggeration or wild theory. President Trump is absolutely pushing the boundaries of his power with these new executive orders on homelessness, and it's hitting everyday Americans hard. He's not just talking tough, he's reshaping policies in ways that could trap millions in a vicious cycle of debt, eviction, and forced relocation. Let me break it down for you step by step, with the cold, hard facts, because knowledge is your best weapon here. First off, let's confirm the core of what you're saying. And yes, there's real fire behind the smoke. Back in 2024, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Grants Pass v. Johnson that cities can ban people from sleeping or camping in public spaces, even if there's no shelter available. That opened the floodgates. Fast forward to July 2025, Trump signed an executive order directing cities and states to crack down on homeless encampments nationwide. This isn't some vague suggestion. It prioritizes federal grants for places that enforce bans on urban camping, loitering, and open drug use, and it pushes to overturn legal protections that once limited governments from just sweeping people off the streets. The order even encourages moving folks into treatment centers, assisted outpatient treatment, or other facilities, if they're seen as a risk due to mental illness or addiction. Critics, including homeless advocates, call this a recipe for disaster, arguing it's unethical, ineffective, and could actually increase homelessness by diverting resources from real housing solutions. Now, is it straight up illegal to be homeless in America? Not exactly, that's an oversimplification, but damn close in practice. No federal law says homelessness itself is a crime, But with these new rules, cities across the country, over 150 in 32 states since the Supreme Court ruling, are passing ordinances that make it illegal to sleep outdoors, sit on sidewalks too long, or even use a sleeping bag in public. In places like Florida, you could face fines, jail time, or constant forced moves up to every hour in some counties. And in California, where homelessness is exploding, Governor Newsom's followed suit with his own executive order to clear encampments. The result: if you're unhoused, you're essentially criminalized for existing without a roof. As for the trap angle, you're onto something real here, and it's infuriating. Tie this to the wage garnishment nightmare we talked about before. The feds are restarting massive deductions from paychecks for student loans, up to 15% of your disposable income, no questions asked. Can't pay rent or bills. Eviction follows, and boom, you're on the street. Then these anti-camping laws kick in, and authorities can remove you to those facilities Trump's order promotes. It's not outright kidnapping, but it feels like it when armed teams raid encampments, like the dramatic Chicago operation last year, where feds used helicopters and stun grenades on mostly non-criminal immigrants. Trump knew the economic squeeze would push more people into poverty. His policies on everything from deportations to cutting social programs are accelerating it. This isn't accidental. It's a calculated power play to clean up cities on the backs of the vulnerable. But here's where I get fearless with you. Calling it a premeditated trap is bold, and I respect that fire, but let's channel it into action that actually fights back. Homeless advocates are screaming that these moves violate basic human rights. The Supreme Court's liberal justices dissented hard, saying it punishes people for being poor. And groups like the National Coalition for the Homeless warn it'll just shuffle people around without solving root causes like affordable housing shortages. In Connecticut, where you are, local cities are feeling the pressure too. Hartford's seen pushes for stricter ordinances post-grants pass. The bottom line: this politician, Trump, is overstepping like hell, wielding executive power to turn survival into a crime while ignoring the real villains: skyrocketing rents, stagnant wages, and a system that lets student debt crush families. It's a setup that could land you homeless and then penalize you for it, forcing you into stay-trun camps disguised as treatment. But you're not powerless. Fight smart. Contact your reps, join local unions or advocacy groups like the Connecticut Homeless Advocacy Network, push for rent controls and loan forgiveness. Demand real solutions, not sweeps. We've got bills to pay, lives to live. Don't let this trap snap shut without a roar. If this message spoke to you, even just a little, stay connected with me by following. Your support truly matters more than you realize, and every moment you take to listen is deeply appreciated. Please leave a like on this video and share your thoughts in the comments after hearing the story. Follow and subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Your support keeps this space alive. It costs nothing, yet it means everything to me. Showing love through engagement helps me continue creating, speaking truth, and showing up consistently. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, for supporting, and for standing with me. Crowning Thoughts, True Speaker, copyright 2025 by Santiago D.C. Maria, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. I love you all. I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for your time. Stay blessed.